Are you investing across various platforms? Are you using online brokerages such as Robinhood, Webull, Questrade, or Wealthsimple? Or perhaps banks such as TD or Scotiabank, and even Coinbase or Binance for cryptocurrency? Well then, this video is for you. Hello YouTubers, my name is Ankit and welcome to Simply Investing. I'm feeling so grateful for the words of encouragement and support that I've received on both my Instagram and YouTube. So let me start by thanking you all for that. And as always, those likes and subscribes are greatly appreciated. Today, I'll share something that has been very close and dear to me in my financial investment journey. It's a financial investment tracker. This tracker helps me monitor my current investments, all of my capital gains and losses, dividends, and other investment returns in one place. Through a financial tracker, not only am I able to visualize my entire portfolio, but I'm also able to own up to my personal financial goals. A financial tracker is easy to make, but it can take up to a few hours or even days depending on the platform you use or your existing skill set. While many investors and online creators offer a financial tracker for sale, it can get very expensive. You can see for yourself. And although I'm quite familiar with the basics of Excel, I had to Google a few things such as how to lock certain cells and create certain formulas that would assist me in my calculations. So let me share with you what I have created. So here on the first tab, I've included an instruction sheet, and this is mainly because I do plan on selling this financial tracker online, which again is included in the link below. But you don't have to be bothered by this, I won't go into it. The second tab I have is called Stock Tracker, and I plan on having each tab for each account type. Personally, I have one for my RRSP account, one for my TFSA, and one for my individual margin account. So the way my portfolio is divided is based on the investment type. So I have equity, ETFs, bonds, and lately cryptocurrency as well. In the next column, I have the ticker symbol. And if you enter any ticker symbol and you categorize it as a stock, you can get the data for it directly online. So for instance, here I have Microsoft, and again, these are just numbers that I've thrown in there. But if I click on it, I can use all these different data types that are available. So I've only used the price, which shows you the current price of the stock. Again, all of the formulas have already been added. Another alternate to this is you can just add the stock symbol manually. So for instance, I can say NEO. And if I don't categorize it as stock as the data type, it won't fetch that data from what's available online. So I can just enter manually, and this is actually my personal preference because the fact that I have to go in and enter manually means that I have to go in and monitor my existing stock. So once you enter it, you can go to price per stock, you can enter how much you paid, the number of shares, and then the total purchase. Again, the formulas have already been added in. And one neat thing that I recently added was how much that particular investment type weighs in my portfolio. So for instance, if you look at Apple, it's about 17%, and that's based on the formulas that are already plugged in. And here you get a nice pie chart. And over here, if you just hover over it, you can see that is the Apple stock that's 17% of my portfolio. Then I've just have an empty column just to create a little bit of differentiation. And the next column I have the current price and the total profit / loss. Now I included the current price because I think that's one of the things that most people use. However, my personal preference is to have, instead of the current price, my projected goal for this particular stock. So I would over here instead add, let's say, call it projected price. And instead of fetching the data online like it does for, let's say, Apple right here, I would just enter it manually. So I would just go in here and say, let's say I bought NEO at $20. My projected goal for this stock is $80. And that tells me that this is the projected income that I'm expecting if the stock were to hit $80. So again, I would change the column for this as, instead of total profit / loss, I would say projected. And obviously, if you're projecting something, you don't want to have any negatives. So instead of 14, I would say I'm projecting the stock to go to $30, so pretty much double its value from 15, and my projected profit would be $3,000. So if I do that for all my investment types, I should get a total projected profit that I'm expecting from a particular stock. And this is nice because it just allows me to keep track of like, hey, this is my goal and how far am I from achieving it. And again, I have a little break after this column, and then I go into my dividends. So the last 4 columns are all about dividends. My first one is on the dividend payment. So say for Apple, I'm getting 82 cents in dividends. The payments are made quarterly, so I get 4 payments of this. And per stock, I'm getting $3.28. So the total payout just from dividends for Apple is going to be $65.60 that I'm expecting in a year. Now, I've done that for other stocks as well. Again, if it's 0, it means I'm not getting any dividends. And if I'm getting monthly payments, then those are amazing, obviously. But this could be examples of something like a REIT or perhaps an ETF. And then I would just drag the formula down here. And right away, I know that the formula has been plugged in. So if I just say, you know what, say this is $5, I'm getting 5 payments, I'm getting $25 per stock, an annual payment of $125. And last but not the least, I use a table where I have my capital gains and losses. So for instance, I'm at NEO and I bought it for $20 and I had a personal goal of selling it for $80. Once I meet that target, I'm like, you know what? I would rather have my investment somewhere else and I want to sell the stock. So I would go over here just to keep track of my capital gains and losses. So for NEO, I bought it at 20, I'm selling it for 80. I have 10 stocks. And so because it's in US dollars, I would just drag the formula down here, delete this one. And now I know that I'm making $600 in profit. And so I would just go back and then delete the rest. Obviously, NEO doesn't offer any dividends, so that was just an example. And last but not the least is the dividend tracker. And this is really where the idea of starting a financial tracker began. And this is a wonderful way to just, look at your monthly reports from your brokerage and just enter it. And it gives you an idea of how much you're expecting in dividends and how the year is going so far. So if you're not happy with the amount of dividends you're getting, it's probably a good sign for you to maybe purchase some of those dividend stocks or ETFs that do offer those dividends. So once again, with Apple, I'm expecting 4 dividend payments every year. And so I've included that. And then an example of this ticker that I've just called ticker 2 would be a REIT or an ETF where I'm getting a monthly payment of $1.90. So if you keep on doing this, you would see that I can track the data per month. So let's say if I only had 2 of these stocks, let's go with the month of June, I'm expecting a dividend payment of $21.90. I can also track how much each stock pays me. And so the total for ticker 2, for instance, is $22.80. And I can also track my total annual dividend payment. So if I add up all these columns, so far I'm expecting a payment of $372.80. Now let me show you an example of my own personal dividend tracker. So in the month of January so far, I have gained about $222 in dividends. And these are the stocks where I gained my dividends from. So obviously going into next month, I shouldn't be expecting anything for Bank of Nova Scotia. But for some of these stocks, such as Chartwell Retirement Residences or Northwest Health REIT, I do expect a monthly dividend payment. And I know I have Chartwell on a drip, so I won't enter that right away. But for Northwest Health, I know I'm expecting this much. And unless I buy more stocks, I could just go ahead and fill up this column. And so I have an idea that I would be expecting at least $160 in dividend payments, as long as I don't sell the stock or as long as I don't add any more shares. So I actually did end up adding more shares, so I do expect this dividend payment to go slightly up. But it's nice to know that with the monthly dividends, I'm getting a payment every single month. And so I should be expecting a minimum of $13.33 every single month. So it's a really neat way to kind of project what you would be making annually and also keep you on track for your own investment goals. And so again, if you see, this is my own personal stock tracking Excel worksheet. So I have a bit of a template where, I just copy and paste this every single year. This is how it started in 2020, and I just had my dividends and my capital gains and losses. And obviously I've come a far way, as you can see with this financial tracker. This is the template I would be using from here on. And I'm just going to update that for all my RSP, margin, and TFSA accounts. I would really encourage you all to use a financial tracker for your investments. If you're someone who does not have the time to create one, or who does not want to spend big bucks, please use the link below to access my digital financial tracker. All the formulas are already plugged in and it comes with an instruction sheet so you can customize the digital tracker as per your needs. I'm offering it for a very cheap price and I'm also willing to throw in a discount. So please use the promo code SimplyYouTube for a discount. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video to be helpful, please click like and hit subscribe. Also click the bell button to be notified of my latest content. And as a big thank you, I will offer a free financial tracker as a giveaway. I will be announcing the winner in the first week of March. To participate in the giveaway, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment below mentioning the largest holding in your portfolio. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one.